I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make fancy thumbnails. Hello out there in Videoland, it's me again, the lazy video gamer, and today I want to take with you first a short look at the House of the Dead remake for Nintendo Switch. It's out there quite a while. I had the luck to get the limited edition still in the shops. So, as you maybe saw it, I already put on my decoration who are in this, and now I get the actual game out. It comes or came with a 3D picture, nice, some stickers, yeah, okay. Oh, and that's surprising, it has a cover art who's not like the packaging when you buy it in the shop, so don't be surprised. That's the cupboard and that's the original. Let's fire up the Switch. So, the House of the Dead came, if I remember correct, right on time for Halloween on shops in the year 2021. I'm not quite sure, I believe it doesn't was last year, because I didn't play it a long time. Why? This game is really arcadey. It's a late arcade title from Sega when it was Sega I know from my childhood. So you play this once, put in your quarters, you finish it, and then you saw it. You have seen everything or almost everything in the game when you're playing through. The replay value isn't that big. It has more than one way to go. You have the opportunity to go with certain events on, let me say, crossroads to take another path. But in the main part it's very linear and yeah, it makes a lot of fun. It has, the new version has a banger graphic and, as I mentioned, still this arcadey charm, and it sucks you in. I played it now, as I mentioned, on my modded arcade one-up, so you hear the clicking of the buttons. You also can play it with the Joy-Con as a light gun, because there are no light guns for modern televisions right now in the mass market. So, but I'm not a fan of that control opportunity. It has big bosses with described weak spots, so it isn't a big problem to take them down. And if you find a copy with stickers or not, limited or not, also from time to time it's on sale in the Nintendo eShop, so if you don't want to have a physical copy, you can get it for cheap, but for me it was never an option to only have a digital copy. So, what you see now is the legendary, or one of the legendary demo CDs for the Sega Saturn called Sega Flash. Why? When the original came out in late 1998, the Saturn was not popular and not well distributed in my region, so this demo video was a long time the only thing I got from this game. And it was always on my must-own Sega Saturn games. I found a copy in a very good shape, but yeah, the asking prices with not only Mega CDs, also Sega Saturn game is sometimes amazingly, insanely high.
Thank you.
This was a cheap. It cost me the new price, but it makes a lot of fun. This is now the original, the playable game, as you can hear the click of my buttons. What is a little bit sad is it has loading times. From time to time it has loading times between the scenes, but that isn't that bad. I'm also not a fan of those opinions who say it's a weak port. I think it's done or doing a fine job. I had a lot of fun with the game when I played it.
Are you okay?
But yeah, that's video games. Someone like it and someone doesn't like it. It's not up to me or to you to judge. It's up to you and up to me, of course, to enjoy the games we have. And yes, sadly, there are no unlimited continues.
Sophie! You must stop curing, or else something terrible will happen.
So, and that was it for this week's episode of the Lazy Video Gamer Show. I hope you like it. After the credits, I have a very personal story about this game and when I got it. So I would not be bothered if you're turning out now or stay tuned. I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make fancy thumbnails. Yeah, as I mentioned, and maybe you see it, there's a candle flickering in the back, and that's on the reason. When I was young, I mentioned it, the game was not in my reach. I played most time, or had more access to the second part of the Dreamcast. So when I was buying some games for my Saturn collection, this game was on my list, and I found this copy. Well, I think it's in a great shape for what it is and for how old it is. Of course, in these days I bought a lot of games over the platforms we all know. And yes, on the day the postman or woman, it was actually a woman, but I don't know the female word for postman. Is there anyone? Yeah. When the game arrived, it was sent to me with duty to sign that I received it. But on this day, my father-in-law died, and the doctor came, and the casket carriers came. It was simply too late. He was an old man. He was a wild man. But I mean it in a good way. I remember when I was here in my hobby room and he had in the other room his, let me say, his evening room. And I open up my little fridge and gave him a beer. And we're staring out the window, talked about the world, what's beautiful in it, what is not so perfect. And we enjoyed that beer together. And this will always stay in my mind when I'm thinking about him. So yeah, our house turned really into a house of a dad. On that day, the game arrives. And I didn't play it for several years. I was in fact, even when the postman brought the package, in that time he was carried out, and he thought, yeah, I see you're right busy now and you have more important things to do. I signed for you, I laid
I laid here down and went off. And of course, on this particular day, I totally forgot it. Then the package was given to me by my wife, and she told me the story of the postman. I saw her, but I don't realize it then. And I opened it. It was 1 or 2 days later. And yeah. So when it's warm out there and I'm staring out the window, or even today when I'm playing this game, I remember him. But he was a very happy man, a man with a lot of, let me say, a fantastic way in dealing with troubles, and be happy and see the joys of the little things. And when he told a story from work years ago, what happened years ago, he had a laugh like a 20-year-old man. So I hope I don't forget him. My daughter was very young at that age when he dies, so maybe he is, or let me say, the moments together are only a little piece of a big puzzle in her memories. Thank you, and have a fantastic week.